Good afternoon, everybody. I've got some little script here. I have to do this little video on the script for you. But I want to let you know that I had Rose and I had a terrific visit with a man and a woman here in IloIlo province, and we went to his city where he lives. Won't mention the town. And we looked at his house. I've been watching his vlog. He's got a web page or a vlog that he keeps up, and I've been watching it since I think about 2013, and they've been in the house about 8 years. But they were living in Molo in IloIlo City, and then they found some property, and then they decided to build on it. And he covers his house construction very well in the vlog. On his, it's not a video vlog, it's a blog actually. And he explains, I just kind of run through some of this stuff with you. He is a lot like I am. I built a beautiful home in where I came from, and I was not short on any details. I had more rebar than I needed. I had 35 bell-bottom piers under an 1,800 square foot house, over-wired, over everything. But he didn't actually overkill, but he built a very, very fine quality house. And for expats coming to the Philippines wanting to learn how to build their own house or think they can build their own house, this guy's got all the tips in the world, and I'm going to give him a plug, a special video here, a plug for him. So y'all can go to his to his blog on the internet and go through the questions that he's got, or the topics he's got, and see what he did, how he did it, some of the mistakes that he made, and some of the things he would do over. I got 2 pages of titles. This is links to different stuff that he's done, so it'll be pretty hard for me to cover them all. But he talks about buying his land, your boundary survey, you're building your perimeter fence, filling the lot, how they did the house design. He did a unique way of cooling his roof. So this is suspended insulation with an air gap in between the roof. He's got information on earthquake seismic design here in the Philippines. Design and security, architects and builders, building zone permits, being your own contractor here in the Philippines, digging a water well. He actually built a Bahay Kubo behind his house, it's a little bamboo guest house or rest house. And actually he had all of his workers, he had up to 25 workers living in that Bahay Kubo, and they would buy him a bag of rice a week and give them 200 pesos a day to buy the vegetables or whatever else they wanted to go with it. And that was for 25 people, and all those guys lived in that Bahay Kubo while they were building his house, because his house is out in the province. What else we got? Buying a hollow block, that's pretty important. How to buy your hollow block, because they gouge you on the hollow blocks here, a lot of them will. Very little cement in it, so you got a really, really soft block. So he gives you tips on how to get the best block for your money, just like a best bag for your money. About the steel and the fabrication and the welding, he actually built his own windows. He had a little welding crew that did their own windows, and they're fantastic. They're incredible. You don't have rebar over the windows like you're in a jail or something. He's got some really classy windows he built. Concrete quality, the vibration. It goes on about his tools, and his electrical is amazing. Being a master electrician, we chatted about that for a while. I checked out his panel yesterday. He did a great job. He made some mistakes in the beginning, buying the wrong breakers, and then he corrected it. And he's got good current protection for everything in his house. I believe every device, every outlet has got its own breaker. How to do your concrete columns, The walls, the rebar splicing, the right and the wrong way of doing it, the roof design, impeccable roof. I mean, it was gorgeous. It's really, really tall roof, and he did a good job on it. And then he goes in, he's got an article on residential electrical systems here in the Philippines. Went for stranded wire instead of solid wire, which is a good choice. Actually, stranded wire is better than a solid wire. Backup generator, how he did his own plumbing, finishing and plastering the walls, tiling, drainage, and wastewater septic system. He's got a very classy way of where he's got his tanks mounted inside up high in the garage, pumped from his water well, and can't see it from the outside. He's got great water pressure. Beautiful kitchen. Gosh, it's a gorgeous kitchen. I didn't go in. I didn't whip out my camera. I didn't want to take any pictures. I didn't want to be invasive privacy. So what I want to do is just give him the shot, give him the shout out, and give you a link to myphilippinelife.com, and I will post it down below so you can click on it. He's got split air conditioning systems. He's got 3 of them, and that's pretty interesting. He gives you a lot of information about that. Ceiling fans, the paint and the painting, those are interesting because you're painting cement. You're not painting conventional wood, and there's going to be a certain amount of moisture in there, so you've got to make sure you get the right paints. There was a house that I lived in here for a while, and we had to repaint. They didn't have the outside walls done right, so we had to use some kind of a rubberized ceiling type paint in order to seal the block, so every time it rained it wouldn't peel the paint off, and it's a real big problem here. He's got articles about learning from his mistakes, window screens, and he's also got a lot of information in the sidebar. These are his basic lists of things, topics. You can click on any one of these links, and that's the topic, and gives you just a ton of information. Now, we're living here now. I believe he's been here about 10 years. They know where to buy the best materials. He actually went in with a machinist micrometer to make sure that they got the right size and the right gauge steel for the roof, and it wasn't cheated. You got to be careful when you buy your materials. So they will take advantage of you, especially if you're econo. Not everybody, but many of them will. What else can I tell you about that? He's got a lot of other pertinent information about IloIlo, like where picture frames. I remember that article about a year or so ago where he found a great picture frame shop, so he highlighted it and gave them a plug, who it is and what their address is and the quality of work they do. So he's got a lot of other information in there about IloIlo City and some of the his favorite places to buy and eat and go places. But normally I don't do this for anybody, but I was extremely impressed with Bob and Carol. Wonderful people, excellent people. You couldn't meet a nicer couple. And their house is just drop dead gorgeous. So this is what this video is all about. And I want y'all to go over and check out his blog on the internet. And that's www.myphilippinelife.com. And again, I will put a link in the box down below. But for you expats that are coming over here and you are going to build, or you're thinking about building, don't do it until you've gone through this checked out all of his stuff. There's a wealth of information in here for you. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. This is one I'm very, very honored to bring you, because we had such a terrific meeting over there. We were there all day yesterday afternoon. Okay, thanks again, and thanks for watching my channel.